this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This Financial Literacy Month, we are talking about the one investment most people ignore, building a business around the life you actually want.
It was just us making happen whatever he said was going to happen, and then it happened.
On Dos Amigos, entrepreneurs like Amir Kassam and Joe Huff get real about money, taking risk, and why your dream might be the smartest move.
At the end of my life, what am I really going to care about? And the conclusion I came to is what I did to make the world a better place in whatever way.
Listen to Dos Amigos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, I'm Bob Pittman, Chairman and CEO of iHeartMedia, and I'm kicking off a brand new season of my podcast, Math and Magic, Stories from the Frontiers of Marketing. Math and Magic takes you behind the scenes of the biggest businesses and industries while sharing insights from the smartest minds in marketing. Coming up this season on Math and Magic, CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario.
People think that creative ideas are like these light bulb moments that happen when you're in the shower, where it's really like a stone sculpture. You're constantly just chipping away and refining.
Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick and our own Chief Business Officer, Lisa Coffey. Listen to Math and Magic on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.
It's Financial Literacy Month, and the podcast Eating While Broke is bringing real conversations about money, growth, and building your future. This month, hear from top streamer Zoe Spencer and venture capitalist Lakeisha Landrum-Pierre as they share their journeys from starting out to leveling up.
There's an economic component to communities thriving. If there's not enough money and entrepreneurship happening in communities, they fail.
Listen to Eating While Broke from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Subject, he FaceTimed me while he was with her. Dear Steve and Shirley, I met the love of my life 7 years ago, and I was 21 years old at the time. He's 3 years older than me and had already had a child. He was my first everything, and he influenced everything I did. I overlooked a lot of things he did because I was young and crazy in love. He would be intimate with the mother of his child, and he didn't try to hide it. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough or skilled enough at sex because he kept on having sex with her. She threw it up in my face whenever she could, so I finally broke up with him. I was heartbroken, but managed to stay friends with him. He ended up having another child with this lady and told me that it was a big mistake. Then he started dating this lady he worked with, and they had a baby together. After his third child was born, he came to me humbly and said he was so tired of how he'd been doing things and he wanted me back. He also said he was ready to get married. We got back together 8 months ago, and I'm pregnant. He seemed to be happy when I told him, and he said he would have my dream wedding. We would have my dream wedding, but that's on hold for now. A week ago, he went to visit his youngest son, and we were on FaceTime as he drove. When he got out of the car, he thought he had hung up, and he must have thrown his phone in his pocket. I heard a female mumbling, and then I clearly heard her ask if he had a condom. Then I heard a lot of moaning. I hung up, and I got physically ill. When he came back, I didn't let him know what I'd heard. I'm about to deliver his fourth child, and he's still a liar and a cheater. I don't want to be a single parent. What should I do now? Well, girl, you got to get it together. I mean, quickly. And in a hurry. You're about to deliver his fourth child. You gotta just stop being stupid. These are some stupid moves you've been making, with this man. This guy's been using you, lying to you all along, and you keep on falling for it. I know you're young, but I mean, you could have just asked him to use a condom. You could have to use protection. It's okay to say that, you know. Or did you want to get pregnant by him? I'm not so sure you didn't, you know, because you were so happy to have him back. I mean, and did you think that a baby would keep him? Well, as you can clearly see, it didn't. And now, although you may not want to be a single parent, you will be. This guy is a loser in every sense of the word who just keeps dropping babies wherever he goes. I mean, he's not thinking about protection. And, you know, you never once said, at least he's a good father, because he's not, let's face it. He's too busy making kids, and he's immature like a kid. I'm sorry you loved him more than you loved you and got yourself caught up in his game of lies and deceit. But please know that it is not the end of the world for you. First of all, please don't even consider marrying this guy right now. I mean, you need to walk away from this toxic relationship. It is now time to make plans for a future without him. Use this time. I'm telling you to use this time to figure out how you're going to take care of your baby and taking that baby daddy to court right now. Steve?
Wow. This letter here, man. I feel bad for this lady right here, this young girl, but this started wrong, and it's wrong from the very beginning, and there are no corrections being made along the way. And now you're faced with the ultimatum at the end of this letter. You're simply saying, I don't want to be a single parent. What should I do now? Well, let me show you what has happened so I can paint a clear picture for you. You met the love of your life 7 years ago. Stop saying that. Because if this is the love of your life is headed for a loveless remaining livelihood. This can't be the love of your life. This was the love of your life, so you thought up until that point. But after you met him, he started proving to you he was not the love of your life. You've got to get a better definition of love of your life. You got to learn how to let somebody else love you that knows how to do it. 21, he's 3 years older. He already had a child. He was my first everything. He influenced everything I did. I overlooked a lot of things he did because I was young and crazy in love. Right there. Right there. You made the statement, young lady, that I want you to pay attention to. I overlooked a lot of things he did because I was young and crazy in love. He would be intimate with the mother of his child. He didn't try to hide it. So he just throw it up in your face. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough or skilled enough at sex because he kept having sex with her. And you knew he kept having sex with her, and you allowed him to have sex. And then he kept having sex with her, and then the lady threw it up in your face whenever she could. And now you got other women calling you about the love of your life, and the love of your life is screwing all these other people. I was heartbroken, but I managed to stay friends with him. Why? Why? What has he done that's friendly towards you? You know, we need to do two things right now. When we come back, we'll talk about it. You need a new definition of friend, and you need a new definition of love.
All right, Steve, hold on to that thought. We'll get part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, he FaceTimed me while he was with her. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That is the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world. I'll be speaking with writers, researchers, and other health and fitness experts, and more, to look past the impractical and way too complex pseudoscience that dominates the wellness industry.
We really believe that seed oils were inherently inflammatory. We got it wrong.
Many of the problems that we are freaked out about in the world are the result of stress.
put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Julian Edelman, host of Games with Names. On our latest episode, we got comedian Blake Anderson from Workaholics and the hilarious This Is Important podcast. Let's go!
We did beat them in improv.
You had an improv against the team?
Yes, we would pull up. Their schools would be there with signs for us. It's competition. What you would win is a bottle of Goldschlager. James Fester threw it out of a van because he didn't want us drinking it.
For more Games with Names, visit the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
If you are a founder or a freelancer or the friend who always says, hey, you know what? What if I started that? This is for you.
I'm telling you, I had nothing to my name. I didn't know a single person in New York. And somehow I'm dressed by Oscar de la Renta walking down that red carpet.
This month, we sit down with entrepreneurs and creators who actually did it, who turned this scary leap into a business, a paycheck, and a life they are proud of.
Direct center of our happiness or our regrets is whether or not we're taking action on the things that matter to us. They're not selfish. Mm-hmm. They're so important. They actually lead to our greatest contributions because when we're living fulfilled, we actually show up better everywhere. We lead better. We're better friends. We're better relationships and collaborators and all those things because we have passion about the things we're doing.
If you're trying to build something of your own this year, join us in these conversations that will make you braver and smarter with your money. Listen to Dos Amigos as part of the My Cultura podcast network, available on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. You might have seen the skits, the reactions, my journey from basketball to college football, or my career in sports media. Well, somewhere along the way, this platform became bigger than I ever imagined. And now I'm bringing all of that excitement to my brand new podcast, The Clifford Show. This is a place for raw, unfiltered conversations with some of your favorite athletes, creators, and voices that not only deserve to be heard, but celebrated. One week, I'll take you behind the scenes of the biggest moments in sports and entertainment. And the next, we'll talk about life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show isn't just a podcast. It's a space for honest conversations, stories that don't always get told, and for people who are chasing something bigger. So, if you've ever supported me, or you're just chasing down a dream, this is right where you need to be. Listen to The Clifford Show starting on April 20th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And for more behind the scenes, follow at Clifford and at TikTok Podcast Network on TikTok.
Do you ever notice your floors still look dirty even after you mop? Power Mop gives you a deeper clean you can see and feel. Unlike Stream Mops, Swiffer Power Mop absorbs more dirt and locks it away even in hard-to-reach places like behind the toilet. The new micro scrubbers deliver thousands of tiny deep cleaning actions for results that look, smell, and feel clean. No more dirty floors. Try the Swiffer Power Mop. Love it or your money back. All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, he FaceTimed me when he was with her.
This young lady, who I have no jokes for because I'm heartbroken for her. Because at 21, she claimed to have met the love of her life, which was just the love of her life up at that point. But this guy has shown her no respect or love. He was your first everything. He influenced everything you did. And the mistake you made was I overlooked a lot of things he did because I was young and crazy in love. So what did you do? You allowed him to have sex with other women repeatedly that you knew about it. They had other women call you to confront you about the screwing that he was doing with them. You allowed it. And you allowed him to put it in front of your face. Because he didn't care that you knew about it. Okay, these are the stuff you allowed to happen because you was young and crazy in love. Now, let's move on. So finally you broke up with him. You say, but y'all remain friends. Why? What friendly was he towards you? He's done nothing but dog you the entire time. That ain't love or friendship. I was heartbroken, but managed to stay friends with him. He ended up having another child with this lady. So now that lady, they had another baby and told me that it was a big mistake Then he started dating a lady from work, and they had a baby together. Now, after the third child was born, he came to you humbly and said he was so tired of how he's been doing things and he wanted you back. He also said he was ready to get married. Oh, he said everything you wanted to hear. We got back together 8 months ago and I'm pregnant. He seemed to be so happy when I told him. He said, we would have my dream wedding. But all that's on hold now. You know why? Because a week ago, he went to visit his youngest son, and we were on FaceTime as he drove. When he got out the car, he thought he had hung up, and he must have thrown his phone in his pocket. You heard a female mumbling, and you clearly heard her ask if he had a condom. Then I heard a lot of moaning. I hung up, and I got physically ill. When he came back, here go the other mistake. I did not let him know what I heard. Now, I'm about to deliver his fourth child. He's still a liar and a cheater. Has been that the entire time. And I don't want to be a single parent. What should I do now? So, young lady, you don't want to be a single parent. So the only other option is this. You can get married and ruin your entire remaining life by being married to this liar and this cheater. Or you could take this blessing, this baby, learn from your mistakes, never allow another person to walk over you, take your child, raise him, and then wait on your real love of your life to come along. You still young. You still young. This is not the end of the world for you. The baby is not a mistake. It's not. The baby is fine. The baby you'll be fine. You will manage just like every other single parent does. Do not marry this man. Now, he gonna have to get his, but it's not up to you to give it to him. Let me tell you something, ladies. Y'all waste a lot of time being scorned. And I do understand it. And I ain't saying it shouldn't be that way, because you hurt. Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. I used to think it was a Bible verse. I swear to God I did. I thought it was a Bible verse. It's not. But it sounds so true, and they use the word scorn. Scorn is a biblical term. That's why I thought it was a Bible verse. But it's not. So now you have it. You have a decision to make. Cut your losses from this man. Stop giving yourself to this man. Stop thinking you can change this man. Stop hoping this man changes. You may have been the love, he may have been the love of your life. But listen to me, young sister, you have never been the love of his life. Ever.
He knows nothing of love.
And you are not now. So let God handle him. Oh, please know he got his coming. Ladies, dudes that do like this, they don't get away scot-free. I just need you to know that.
And he'll probably have more kids, with other women.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff gonna happen, but it don't need to happen in your face, though.
Nope. You
can take your baby and get along and start over, and it happens all the time. There are men who accept women who have children with open arms, become great fathers, great families. They adopt the kids take their name, all types of stuff happen. Don't think it's hopeless for you, but please do not let your yearning not to be a single parent, wanting not to be a single parent, be in your decision factor of whether you marry this worthless, no good human being for. Don't compound your mistakes. Your mistake was taking him back. Don't compound it by keeping him.
Right.
Let it go, little girl. Uncle Steve telling you, walk off. Cut your losses. Tell him what you know so he know. And go on about your business.
All right, Steve. Thank you. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Sports Talk with Junior, right after this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Candy.
This is Anthony Anderson.
This is Janet, listening to Steve, Carla, Shirley, and nephew Tommy on the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This Financial Literacy Month, we are talking about the one investment most people ignore, building a business around the life you actually want.
It was just us making happen whatever he said was going to happen, and then it happened.
On Dos Amigos, entrepreneurs like Amir Kassam and Joe Huff get real about money, taking risk, and why your dream might be the smartest move.
At the end of my life, what am I really going to care about? And the conclusion I came to is what I did to make the world a better place in whatever way.
Listen to Dos Amigos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, I'm Bob Pittman, Chairman and CEO of iHeartMedia, and I'm kicking off a brand new season of my podcast, Math and Magic, Stories from the Frontiers of Marketing. Math and Magic takes you behind the scenes of the biggest businesses and industries while sharing insights from the smartest minds in marketing. Coming up this season on Math and Magic, CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario.
People think that creative ideas are like these light bulb moments that happen when you're in the shower, where it's really like a stone sculpture. You're constantly just chipping away and refining.
Take Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick and our own Chief Business Officer Lisa Coffey. Listen to Math and Magic on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.
Saturday, May 2nd, country's biggest stars will be in Austin, Texas at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One. See Kane Brown, Parker McCullum, Riley Green, Shabuzi, Dylan Scott, Russell Dickerson, Gretchen Wilson, Chase Matthew, Lauren Elena. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they sell out at Ticketmaster.com.